Let's create some text on a master page. So first of all, my document that I have open right now has a few master pages. I see those master pages in my Pages panel. So if I open up my Pages panel here, you can see that this top section, which I'll drag to extend, has a None, and then it has an A master. So this A master is a 2-page spread master page. To create a new master page, what I need to do is click on my little drop-down menu here, and I'm able to choose New Master. By default, InDesign will name these masters in alphabetical order, A, B, C, and it'll name it, this one will be B-master. You can see my first one here was A-master. As I make a new master page, I can choose some options here that we've already talked about, basing this master on another master page, the number of pages this master would be, any kind of custom page sizes, and orientation. So I can change that at this point when I'm making a new master. I'll go with my defaults that are set at the moment, click OK, and here's my B master. All right, so loading master pages from one InDesign document to another is possible. If I've created a master page on another document, I certainly can go and load it. Drop down menu again, and I'm going to choose this time Load Master Pages. Right here, Master Pages, Load Master Pages. Okay, I click that. It'll allow me to navigate to the file that has that master page, and then when I select the InDesign document and click Open, my master pages are then added to my panel. Okay, so if I click on one of these, that one. So here's my error. So one or more master pages in this document that I have selected have the same name as your existing master pages. You can replace the same name, master pages, or rename them. I'm going to choose to rename them. If I replace them, it could really mess up my whole document here by replacing all of those masters, and I want to keep what I have already. So I'm going to rename them. Okay, so page sizes also are different. Okay. So here's the C master, and it was default. So I'm guessing that that document probably had an A master or a B master, the default names. This is also a good point to let you know it's a good idea to rename these masters so that they are descriptive of what the master is controlling or what's on that master. Okay. One thing that's very beneficial with these master pages is the ability to put an automatic page number on them. So if I'm working in a book or something that has multiple pages, I can do the pagination, which is basically the numbering of pages. Page numbering is automatically updated when the pages are added or removed. So in this case, I'm going to go to my B master. Now, the important thing when you're starting InDesign is to realize what page you are on at the moment. You always look for the darkened pages on your Pages panel. It'll be highlighted and darkened, but don't get fooled because I can click on these other pages. Right now I have page 6 selected. Am I seeing page 6? No, I'm seeing the B master. It's a little bit difficult. I always tend to look at the very bottom, at the bottom left. It'll tell you what page you are on. In fact, I can bring up my little menu here and go directly to a page if I'd like, but I can see I'm on B master. If I double click, I'm going to go to, now I'm on the left spread of my B master. If I double click here, now I'm on page 2. Okay, so be careful, always be aware of where you're selected. Now the masters highlight here on their name, the pages highlight on the page numbers, and you get a little arrow indicating where you're at as well. So just keep all of those clues in mind when you're realizing what page you are on. So I want to do an automatic page numbering, and I want to do it on one of my masters. So I'm going to double click up here, my B master left side is now my visible page I'm working on. So I'm working on a master. When you work on a master, things do look a little bit different. I'm going to go ahead and make a really big number here because I want you to see this visible from a distance on my page thumbnails. So when you created this frame, I get a dotted line, which is a little unique. That's because I'm on a master page, and sort of think of it as being locked. So my master elements or my master items are sort of locked. We'll talk about unlocking them and how we can manipulate them later on, but that's kind of what that indicates. So if I want to do automatic page numbering, I click to create a text frame. This is where my master pages, where my page numbers will be. Now probably if this was a real document, I would put them down here in this bottom margin, but I just want to do them large here so you can see what's happening. Now, if there's any words that you want to put on this, you would have to type that. So I'm going to write page. I'm not so worried that that is too big or not. I'm going to have my actual page number be a lot larger. So I type in whatever I want. Now, this again is going to occur every time this master page is applied. Then I'm going to go under my type menu, and down towards the bottom, we have a lot of insertions. Insert special character, white space, break character, and placeholder text. Now here in the special characters, we have a sub-menu. Things of those symbols that you may be interested in, like the copyright, registered, trademark, this is where you'll find those. The markers. Here's what we're going to look for. And we're doing current page number. So we can do next page number, previous page number, and a section marker. But I'm going to do current page number. What happens when I'm on a master is my master page number is placed there. And I'm going to put this really large so you'll be able to see it. Let's go even a little bit larger. So it's at a size that, oh, and now it's falling off. Let's make this be a little larger. Like I said, this is uniquely big, but I want you to be able to see it. So you can see over here in my thumbnail, it's very small, but you can see a B because that's my automatic page number. I didn't type in a B, I put in that special character of a current page number. And again, you'd want to format this, and you'd format this on this page. You know, if I wanted this to be a different type of font, maybe I want this Jungle Fever or something very simple. And so then I get that all done. Okay, I'm still in my master. Now, if I wanted to apply that to one of my pages, basically I click and drag my master from my master, I'm still holding my mouse down, over top of a page. And now can you see, let's double click on this. You can see B has been applied. Now B is the B master, but you can see there's a large number 4 there. Let's do this to the next page below it, which is page 6. And if I double click on that, you'll see I've got a 4 and I have a 6. And you see I have the word page up there too because I did type that. Okay, this is what was on my master. So that's how you do automatic page numbering. Very handy, because if you're working in your book and you decide that, well, this needs to be down here, look what happens. It shuffles it for me. So, no matter where I drag this page, it's going to renumber it to the correct page number rather than me having to go back and type it all. Now, a couple of other things. Let's just go to a regular page here. This is page 4. We have some times where we need to put in special types of spaces or special types of dashes. And what they are called is an M dash and an N dash. For instance, if you type January to March, technically you don't just use the regular hyphen, you use a different type. So, and there might be times when you want a little bit larger spaces. So we have M and N, EM and EN. And I'm going to show you under the type menu again. Let's just highlight this. Under the insert white space this time, here's my M space and my N space. And the M space is the width of a lowercase letter m in the current typeface at the size. And M, same thing, width of the lowercase letter n in the current typeface at that type size. Now our dashes are just as the same as the spaces, except for they're putting a dash in. And now that falls under the special character. So special characters under hyphens and dashes, Here's my M dash. So an M dash and an N dash, we'll learn about typographic rules down the road a little bit more. But when you have, say, a change in thought, if you're writing a composition, writing some sentences, and you have a change in thought, you indicate it with an M dash. There are certain situations where you'd use an M or an N between dates, times, that kind of thing. Just want to show you if I put in an M dash, see how long that is? So it actually would be, if I made this a lowercase m, their widths would be the same. From the distance of this line is the same as my lowercase m. And the N dash is a little bit smaller. We'll do special character M dash. Little bit smaller, and that would be the size of the lowercase n. So that gives you some idea of how to get those special characters in. We also can create a new master page based on another. So let me go back up here. So I have an A master, and let me zoom out a minute. I'm going to use my space bar with my Control and Alt key so you can see the spread here. And I'll drag off my pages so I can actually relocate them so you can see this a bit better. So here's my two-page spread. All right, seems like this is in the way. Let's move this over. Okay, so what if I want to make a new master, but this time I want to have it be red instead of yellow up here. So I need to create a new master page based on another master page. And now we have, we can duplicate, we can do some duplications with a master, and that creates a copy. When we do that, the two have no relationships. They don't, they're not connected, if you understand what that means. So when I duplicate this, they're two separate complete master pages. So I have an A master and I have a D master. They now look the same, but there's no link there. When I base a master page on another one, I have a link that then if one is updated, it would update it on the ones that are based off of it. So any changes made to the first master would then be updated on the masters based on it. So I would need to go into my Pages panel here, again, the menu, and I'm going to choose New Master. And I showed you this earlier. We can base it on. So we're going to do a new master, E, and I'm going to base it on A. Okay, so my E will be based on A, and I'm just going to show this as, I'll name it as E example so we can really indicate what's happening here. Leave the rest the same. Click OK. And so now I have an E master page here, but do you see how it has letter A in the corner? Because E is based on A. So if I do go up to A and change something on A, for instance, if I want to change this color, let's go here. Let's get up there. Okay, so then if I change my color here to, say, this magenta, let's put this back, you can see on my E I now have magenta. Okay, so that's nice that you can kind of base one. It's sort of a linear trailed path. You notice that all of my pages that had A applied to it also changed. That's the benefit of using a master page. Now if I wanted to unlock, let's go to the E example here. So I'm on E. I can't select this because the master item is locked because it's based on A master. So if I wanted to temporarily unlock this, I would hold my Shift and Control and then click. So Shift key, Control key, click, and then I can alter those objects. So there's a start in getting, kind of comfortable with creating some text with master pages.